So activists are warning that California's latest attempt to Trump-proof their state could end up being a child trafficker's dream. The state Senate is holding a hearing on that bill today, and it would allow non-family members to act as a child's caregiver. And that person can even enroll a child in school or authorize medical care without contacting the child's parent. Joining us now is attorney and California mother of four, Elizabeth Barcohana. Elizabeth, thanks so much for joining the program this morning.
Good morning, Lawrence. Thank you.
So when I look at this bill, just at face value, this seems really stupid. What do you make of it?
Well, the bill is called the Family Preparedness Plan Act, and the intent of the bill, which most people may agree with, is to plan for the continuity of care of a minor whose parents become suddenly unavailable because they are subject to detainment or deportation proceedings. The problem, though, is that even though this is the intent of the bill, that intention doesn't make it into the amendments to the statute itself. So it's not limited to that situation. And as a result, it applies to any child, not only California children, but a child that is brought in by a trafficker, for example, from another state. And that trafficker then is able to download this form. It's a caregiver's affidavit form, which currently under California law, only a relative could become this caregiver that takes guardianship over the child, can enroll them in school, can pick them up, drop them off, and consent to their school-related medical needs, including mental health care, by the way.
Yeah.
So now, with this bill, it expands it to any adult who's not related to the child, who has what's called, what the statute says, a familial or mentorship relationship, which is undefined. It basically means any adult can self-attest to their own authorization to take guardianship over any minor child. And when they present this form to the school or to a healthcare provider, the school or healthcare provider is entitled to rely on the form, which again, nobody has, double checked that this adult, this caregiver that is self-attesting is safe for the child. They can rely on the form with no further duty to inquire, and they are shielded from liability from the parents after the fact. And the most egregious thing on this form is that the caregiver has the option to say that they tried to contact the parent and the parent authorized it, or they were unable to contact the parent. And so without parental notification, consent, background check, any guardrails, this adult that's not related to the child, can basically take control over anyone's child.
It's unbelievable that legislators wouldn't think about this and the repercussions that can happen. You know, I was on the CPS board in Dallas. I know that there's court-appointed advocates all the time. These people are thoroughly vetted. There's a process that we could accomplish making sure that these kids are still cared for. But this is not the right way to go. Elizabeth, thanks so much for joining the program this morning. Hopefully we can change this.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.